benefit of movement at that time in my life created a patterning in the limbic part of the brain that I could always return to, thankfully. And so I find when I'm stressed out or when I've had too much screen time, especially as of late, you're in 4 or 5, 6 hours straight of Zoom conference calls, and then you have to work on the computer. It's a lot. And so just getting outside for some fresh air, even if it's a 20-minute walk, tonight's a luxury and I'm taking an hour and a half walk. But I realize the patterning of that movement and resetting my brain and keeping that decision or having that decision process available to me at the front part of my brain over the years, but this just really reinforced what's happening here and why I feel so good. And I felt so shitty before I left the house. I've literally been staring at screens for far too long today. And although the first 4 hours are like way up here, awesome, juicy content, sharing, deep conversations, intimacy, yes, on screen with people all over the world. It's just so awesome. But then I hit this nosedive. And today I didn't shake it. I couldn't really figure it out until 3 hours after the nosedive that, just need to get outside and go for a walk. And this walk has been so gorgeous. It's been just such beauty, such joy. There's people roller skating and conversating and having picnics in the sunset and playing their musical instruments and hula hooping and dancing and being masked. Being masked is a part of it, right? When we're in crowds. Remember this. And it's just bringing me joy. And it's these little joys that is really the dopamine crush I have. Like, I have a crush on dopamine, and I'm so happy to have found different ways to bring it into my life as a fix and to access it and to recreate it. She talks, Dr. Lembke, about the repatterning. If you're in addictive behavior, going at least 4 weeks without a substance in order to be able to overcome and reprogram. And that is, it's such value. And in recent studies of mine with detoxification, we learn about the healing crisis. And it takes me back to quitting drinking alcohol and what that looked like, and the cocktail of pharmaceuticals that I was handed when I got out of the hospital, and how it took me a couple of weeks, a couple of months, to wean them off one by one. And then that I kept one on hand for a good 3 years for anxiety as an on-need basis, and how it's been 3 years since I've needed pharmaceuticals for anxiety or depression. And I attribute this primarily, I think, the number one dopamine enhancer replacement drug has been movement for me. So if anyone out there is struggling, the reset is real, the recovery is available, and I'll be talking a lot more about this in days to come because it's about a week that I stepped out of that hospital 7 years ago. I'm so grateful.